Hey everybody, this here is Big Will, and today we have an unboxing. We actually have two. I have three books from CGC for me. They're all Silver Age. And then I did a deal that we'll explain later with DS Comics. So I'm unboxing them, but one of the books is his, another three books from CBCS. And speaking of DS, what's going on, man? How you?
What's up, man? Yeah, thanks for having me on. Yeah, just got home, and so this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Look at some.
Well, I kind of had to have you on. I mean, one of the books is yours, so
Yeah, well, yeah, yeah, it's a cool book. I'm looking forward to seeing it in a nice new case.
yeah. So first thing we'll do is I'll put you to the side, and we'll show the three books I got from CGC. Now, these are all Silver Age, and I bought them and have. Let's see here. Hey, Disco, what's going on? Ben Compton's in here. So I got a really good deal on them. I spent shipping, cost of book, cost of grading, less than $60 is in each book. So the first book, and I assumed when I was doing them that I would have them all at like 3.5. That was the grade I was assuming. And here's the first one.
Oh, nice. Love the FF books.
65. This is the first Ronin, and they don't put it on the label, but it's also the first Kree hive mind.
Oh, that's cool.
The one mind or something. So it still has relevance, in other words, for the MCU. And I don't know how well I got it in that shiny Mylar. You can tell the spine is. But anyway, and there's the back. It was pressed and cleaned by Erod.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah. And like I said, I was shooting for a 3.5 on everything. And what we got was 4.5.
Very nice.
Yeah. And I can tell you from the looks of it, it probably was a 3.5 before he got a hold of it. All right. Next book up is, believe it or not, still relevant because the movie hadn't come out.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's Avengers 43, First Red Guardian. And this one looked better, but you could probably already see the subscription crease.
Yeah.
Breaks color, goes all the way through. And I don't know if I can show you on the screen or not, but there are also some other dents and dings that apparently wasn't able to get out when Erod pressed them.
So the sub crease will max it out at a 6.0.
Yeah. And
yeah, it's pretty nice.
Well, I'd say so because it's a 5.0.
Yeah, white pages too, right?
Yeah, that's the shocker is white pages.
Yeah, it's always nice to get.
Very nice to get. And this is my favorite book out of these three right here. This one.
Oh yeah, First Banshee.
First Banshee.
Was that 28?
I think 28. Yeah, 28. Now, I was worried about this one because of that tape pull on the bottom there.
Yeah.
But turns out
you can still get a fine range with that. Yeah, there you go.
You don't need to worry. And it's off-white to white. So that's still pretty good for the page quality. So that's the CGC, quick CGC unboxing here. Now, this other stuff, I'm going to hold up the book, and if there's anything to be said, I'm going to let DS say it because DS is the one that pressed and cleaned all of these. But before that, let me say hello to JP. What's going on, man? We also have Comics on the Edge. How you guys doing? And the first book here, and these were all CBCS, and I went ahead. I looked at. I know the grades. We both know the grades on 2 out of the 3. And DS, I went ahead and put everything in Mylar, so you'll be getting your book in Mylar.
Nice. All right.
Strange Academy #1. This is the Art Adams variant. Now, I had sent this to CGC with a 9.8 pre-screen, and they rejected it. And I didn't do a pre-screen this time, obviously. It's just 3 books. But, DS, is there anything you remember about this book or that you saw?
I remember telling you that the book doesn't even need to be pressed. I think it should be a 9.8. And you said, well, I sent it to CGC as a pre-screen and they rejected it. And I said, what?
Yeah.
I mean, that's borderline 9.9. It was perfect. I didn't see anything. And I was like, well, I don't know, man. It's a 9.8.
The only thing that I saw was that top corner there, maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, that's why it's not a 9.9 or a 10. You know what I mean? But yeah, it looks 9.8 to me. I didn't know why I would reject that.
With DS saying all that, you could already guess it got a 9.8.
Yeah, I did not press that or do anything to it because, in my opinion, it didn't even need anything.
Well, all right. Now, the next one that we already know the grade on, but you guys don't, is DS's book. Now, what were you thinking when you initially got this in hand, and did you press and clean it?
I did press and clean it, and I thought I could get a 9.2 on it because the only thing's wrong with it, it has a little foxing on the back by the spine, but it's not massive. It's just a little bit. It's not the whole spine. And then other than that, on the front, there's like 2 little scratches under Superman's knee down there. They're even hard to see.
You can barely see that one.
Yeah, so they're scratches and they break color, but they're hairline little scratches. They're about a half-inch long or whatever.
Yeah.
And other than that, it's sharp. It has like 1 spine tick. So yeah, I think it would be a 9.2. But I'll say 9.092 is what I was shooting for on it. Yeah, that's a little disappointing, honestly.
It's probably the foxing.
Well,
you never know how bad they're going to get you on the foxing.
Those scratches, if they call them creases,
well,
it's worse than a scratch.
I don't think it really matters what they call them. It's the fact they broke color, probably.
Yeah, I mean
they barely break color. Like
I know, I still think that's a 9.0, even, at least, but whatever. 8.5 is cool. White pages on that's cool.
Yeah, it is. It is white pages.
But I mean, it's a sharp copy. It
is. It's a nice looking copy.
What, 1 spine tick in the middle there? I think something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But hey, when you're wanting it to be a 9, and it comes back an 8.5, you're doing pretty good. When you want it to be a 9 and it comes back a 7.0, that's when things get bad.
Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, look, I bought that book on eBay. Raw, obviously, and then I figured there'd be some room on it if it comes back 9.0, 9.2, and so I figured, there's still room on it at an 8.5. It's not as good, but I don't stress over flip books. I mean, there's nothing. It didn't come back restored. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, and it's just one of those other books you get.
Now this book, let me take it out of the. CBCS sends you books in resealable bags, which is really nice, but they're just crappy poly bags. So I don't like them, but oh well. So this was the book. I also sent this one in to CGC for a pre-screen, and they rejected it. And this is the one. I haven't looked at the grade. DS hasn't looked at the grade. Neither one of us knows what this is, but man, it looked nice to me.
I think I'm not sure that's a 9.8, but it's high. It's a high grade copy. There's really not much wrong with it at all. But if they rejected that one, I could be like, all right, that's cool. They rejected this, but they must not have rejected it by much, is what I'm saying. So it's not a slam dunk 9.8, but it's a high grade. I think it's I mean, it's a 9.6 if it's not a 9.8. You know what I mean?
Well, all I know is that this man. I'm nervous about this one because I have decided now. One of the things for my PC is 1 through 36, which is the entire series of Batman Adventures.
Yeah,
in a 9.8. So it would be really nice to have it in a 9.8. I have no idea what the grade is. I'm either going to be sad or really happy.
Well, there it is.
Yeah.
We had just a couple very minor things that just need to be like straightened. I think there was one little dent.
People seem to think that a 9.8 is flawless, but no, it would be a 10 if it were flawless. You could have a few things wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, those were both rejected by CGC. Now that Batman one, I did press that, and I did look at it carefully, and I did target some areas on it to press that were just slightly less than perfect. Which honestly, I've had books that looked like that got 9/8 anyway.
Yeah.
Since they rejected it, I figured let's do what we can. And
So what you're saying on the Batman is that you can't fault CGC for rejecting it, because it could be a 9.6 as easily as it could be a 9.8.
It's one of those. It's a toss up. I wouldn't complain about it, but I would. It's one of those 50-50s.
Yeah, but this one, however,
yeah, that one I fault CGC on 100% because I looked at it carefully, very carefully. Because look, if somebody sends me a book to press and I don't press it and it doesn't get a 9.8, then I screwed up. So I am ultra careful to make sure that if I don't think it needs to even be touched, then it is perfect. And that one I definitely 100% didn't think it needed to be touched.
Yeah.
So
DS, obviously one of these books is yours. It'll be getting shipped out sometime tomorrow. And could you explain to the people the deal we made? Because you actually don't normally press for other people. There's a few people you do for on occasion. Like JP normally asks you to do it maybe once a year.
Well, there's a few guys in the community that I've pressed for multiple times. Usually I'll help somebody out in the community. I mean, I still charge for it, but I have a full-time job that I like, my day job. So I do this on the side, and I don't rush through them. I'm not a professional pressing operation, but I'll do it for community members here and there. And usually when I'm freed up, whoever hits me up can send me some books and I'll do some for them. Yeah, and you hit me up and you had 3 and one was mine that I was pressing, so we worked them in together and it was a small batch. That worked. I got some I'm halfway through for somebody else, and I've actually got another box from another community member to press. So for me, I'm pretty backed up right now, and I've got a couple people that have hit me up that are waiting till I'm free. So yeah, I like to press for community members just to sort of like help them out. And, I get paid for my time, but I like being able to put some good attention and effort into books for friends. Yeah, but it's not like I'm not taking like pressing, 15 books a day. It's not that kind of deal, but yeah, I was glad to help you out with that. And yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What I was getting at though was I have a paid membership to CBCS, and there's a few perks with that. And one of them is to send in a regular modern submission and get it in 2 days for free. So I let you get in on that deal, and we sent in an order together. So you sent we got these back today.
Yeah.
They got into receiving last Thursday. They went into grading Friday, and they got shipped out Saturday, and we got them today.
Yeah. So basically, you paid for the grading under your deal. That was like a quick pass discount deal, and in return, I pressed your 2 books and my book, and we did a small quick batch that was mutually beneficial for both of us. And the only loser is JP because he wanted that DC Presents, but it didn't come back high enough. So yeah, that's whatever.
Oh well,
but yeah, 2 9/8. That was nice. Very happy.
Yeah, that is very nice. So now this is actually one of the harder ones to get because this is the last issue of the series.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I was very happy to knock out one of the harder to find ones in a high grade right at the bat. Of course, the hardest one's going to be number 12 for obvious reasons. It's not because it's rare and you can't find it, though.
Yeah.
Well, all right. That is our unboxing of 3 CGC and 3 CBCS books. Thank you, DS, for coming. Looks like we're going to get done here right around 15 minutes. I'd say that's pretty cool. And JP's crying.
Yeah, well, I was just saying, not everything always works out, but that one potentially would have been his, but I wasn't able to get it to a 9092. But I did get his lowest lane 70 from a 6.0 to a 7.5. So on that one for him, but this one didn't work out for him so much. So yeah, so I'm gonna have that for sale. I don't know, whatever it's worth. I'll probably put it on the Short Box app.
Yeah,
and I really like using that app, and stuff's been moving pretty good. So I'll probably do that. I don't know. I'll like put stuff on there.
all right. Well, we have potentially another deal that I'll talk to you about off air. So thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate you. Chris Barrett, honest as ever. And I guess we'll see you guys later. Well, DS, do you want to plug anything you're doing on your channel, or?
I don't have anything. I'm just going to show this off one more time. I just sold this, and I don't know. Some people are like, you should hold on to it. So I'm just going to show it off because I'm packing it up and it's going in the mail tomorrow. But pretty popular book.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, it was kind of cool to get this raw for a really cheap price. And I pressed it up nice, got a 9.8 on this. And I sold it for about 15 times what I paid for it. So huge win on that. And it's a cool book. And I had it for a short time. And so, yeah, there you go. On its way out the door.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, all right. See you later, everybody. Thanks for joining us.